on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kindici breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now it's Peterson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Rosen will throw, and he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down carry here for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On third down, Rosen. Caught right side, Gresham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Right side complete to Butler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. On second down, Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Here's Rosen to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Underneath for Johnson. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Leopard!
The short yardage man, it's Coleman. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derek Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And for the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Get down, get down.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On second down, Lynch. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go. Get set.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Giorgio Tavecchio now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Edmund Robinson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, here's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Down! 93! 93! 87! Get set.
Throwing on third and long. Carr looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard, hut!
After the interception, here's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
37.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem. Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On first down, it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now. Green 39, green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Flush to his right. Bryant with a catch right side. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go. Blue 90.
Again, it's Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff. Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he's got Gresham directly over him. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try it again on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Rosen. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On the return is Peterson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. You also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
To throw is Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Leopard!
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Over! Leopard!
On play action, Rosen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Take Carradine in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Now Rosen on 1st down. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action here with Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, got three down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On second down, here's Carr. Smith catches left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Get down. Get wide, 8-8. Raider 2. Check 99. Hey, here we go.
Carr now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go to Johnson again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a gain there of 11 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Here's Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Johnson, he's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows. The number 0, zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Cardinals, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers.